everybody, how we all doing? So, this is Goku so far. It's exactly where we left it yesterday. So I'm thinking we need to give his skin another coat of that same paint, but because I've left those dark spots there, what I'm thinking is once I put another coat of paint on, that dwarven skin colour will look pretty solid, whilst the deeper parts that's with that brown undercoat, I'm thinking that'll still look a bit darker than everywhere else, but it'll mix in a little bit better. So we're just going to have a mess around and see how we get on. So I'm just going to put something on to listen to. Did You Know Gaming? Absolute brilliant. Search up Do You Know Gaming. Oh, Did You Know Gaming, sorry. Great thing to listen into. Right. So we're ready to go. Right. So let's get another coat of paint on Goku's skin here and see how we're looking. Don't want to apply too much at once, because it'll just look really blocky and silly. See, if we look here, because I'm using a wet brush with a wet palette with my paint, it just makes it flow a little bit better off the brush. This makes it look a bit smoother. We're just going for it. We're just going for it. Let's see how we get on. Hope you're all doing okay. I'm not so bad myself. Crazy school run as usual this morning, but we're here now. Apologies if my hand gets in the way at sometimes. Just I need to get those right angles, you see, so I don't make a mess of things. Smooth that over a little bit. Well, I think this was definitely the right move. Yeah. We're winning. We are winning. I was thinking when I was painting this, should I go for a paint style that matches the ink work of Akira Toriyama? You know, where it's quite blocky and strict three tones, looks a little bit watercolory, but I mean, whilst it looked cool, it's not really the way I like to do things. It's a bit too controlled for me. I kind of like to just lose myself in the painting and not really have too much of a plan. Just enjoy it. Because if I start trying to make things look perfect straight away, then that's just a losing battle. Because 9 times out of 10, your projects when you're doing stuff like this don't look good until you put your finishing touches, or you don't think they look good until you put the finishing touches on them. So I'm just avoiding the stress and just enjoying myself, which is the fun thing about doing this, because I really enjoy it. Another bit on there. Yeah, it's looking a lot more solid now. Right. gun's done. Flipping heck, Goku. Been eating your flipping Weetabix, you have, kid. Look at that. And if it does cover all this brown up underneath, it's fine. So it's still served its purpose, because if I painted this straight onto black, it'd take that many coats. It'd just be ridiculous. Just be a complete waste of time and paint. So either way, we're happy. Either way, we're happy. Aren't we, Goku, pal? You're gonna look lovely, babe. Giving you a proper glow up, hon. Oh dear. I think what I'm going to do, I'm not going to let this dry fully. I'm just going to keep blending lighter colours. It's called wet blending, but I think by the time I finish going round this, it'll at least be a bit tacky, the paint. So just wanted to get a nice bold skin colour, which you can't really get unless you let the first coat dry, but I think we're in a pretty good spot. Very excited to get this on its finished painted base, which I've not started yet. That's still got a base coat on it, but I want to get that base done, and then from there I can paint some of the lighting from the Kamehameha. We're getting there, we're doing it, we're doing it. Just every layer you do, just remember you're adding to it. Nothing's a waste of time when you're painting. Just got to keep going with it. It's such a chill thing to do every day. Really resets you, especially like with me, 'cause I suffer with depression and anxiety. It's such a nice thing to do. Especially cool stuff that you like. I mean, I'm not going to start painting like ornaments for people's houses and like flipping like boring stuff like happy birthday statues and stuff. I've got some really cool files from a sculptor called ABC Models, and they're like the Pokemon jumping out of Pokemon cards and Game Boy cartridges, and they're really cool, so I think I'm going to do one of them next. Probably Bulbasaur, 'cause he's the best starter, just saying. Shots fired. Don't come at me with your Charmander jive. Do you know why I like Bulbasaur so much? Because he's like me. Well, more so Venusaur really. Like in battle, it's just an absolute wind-up. Just poison your opponent, heal off Leech Seed and Synthesis, and slowly but surely wear people down. That's how I got married, funnily enough. So, yeah. Good strategy. You don't want the obvious, man. You don't want Charizard coming in, flamethrower attack, Inferno. Ooh. I'm doing everything that everybody else is doing. But no, seriously, I get it. Charizard's pretty cool as well, but for me, Bulbasaur is the OG. Oh, we forgot Goku's little knee here. What am I like? Let's get that sorted. Right, that's one layer done. So we're going to go a bit lighter now, whilst making sure we're covering less surface area just to give it a bit of depth. I'm not really worried about where the light's coming from with this, because it's a diorama, and when it's on its stand, the light's going to be coming from like here. So my plan is, with that, before I put it on the stand, is to just give it a quick blast of like an electric blue, so it gives it like a glow effect, but that's down the line. So I'm going to add a bit of bone white to, where's it bloody gone, that paint? I'm going to add it to dwarf skin, and we're going to build it up slowly, see how we get on. So on my palette, I'm literally putting that colour on top of the dwarf skin, mixing it all in, so that hopefully we get a nice gradient on that skin. I think I'll go down to a smaller brush after this one, because this is the biggest one at my set. Number 6, Artist Opus. These brushes are really good brushes, definitely the best ones I've ever used, and I've tried pretty much all of them, from watercolour brushes to Army Painter, Games Workshop, and these are just, they're amazing. Like proper hair on them, not synthetic. I think it's I want to say sable hair, which is pretty much a horse's tail. Oh, that's a nice, yeah, I like that. So we want to think about how we're going to bring a bit of depth to this now, rather than just slapping it on. We're being a bit more strategic with where we put our brush strokes. So we're thinking about what parts would be lighter. So quick example here. Got Goku's weird no brow line here. So what I've done there is, it's a bit bright that, isn't it? So I've put the lighter colour in the middle of the face here, left a bit of the darker colour around the eyes and around the mouth. And eventually, as we build it up and build it up, you're going to see this nice gradient and it's going to really pop. Well, I hope it does anyway. Soon find out, won't we? And after this, after the paint job's done on this, I'm going to go around and do some line work as well, which really makes them pop. I did a Goku versus Frieza diorama. I ended up giving it to my nephew, but that really popped. Right, lots of fun little ways we can make this look even cooler. Like say this neck muscle here. All we're going to do is just paint the very top, because that's what we can see the most of. Then we're going to go a little bit up here as well, like that. A little bit there, a little bit on top of his pectorals, and a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, and a bit there. Nice. Let's go around here a bit as well. See now, look how more effective that is. Look at that. Simple technique, awesome results. And those darker areas are picked out a little bit more by having that brown underneath. Just gives it a bit more depth. So let's see how the arms go, because that'll be really interesting. A lot more detail in these arms. So it's okay to get a bit blockier with your painting as you're doing a gradual rise in colour. When you're doing like a dark brown going to a skin tone, it stands out way too much. So it doesn't look as effective, but by the time we finish this, it's going to really pop, because we're just going up gradually. Don't worry if you go over something you were meant to leave, it's fine. Just sort it out on the next coat. Because the thing is with these with acrylics like this, even if you use like really amazing paints like Vallejo like me, they dry slightly darker than when you put them on. So you got to think about that a little bit. But it's no big deal. Just go crack on. been quite generous on the hands there, really, because just want a solid colour on the hands, to be honest, because they're going to end up having quite a bit of blue on them from the airbrush, you see, so I'm not too worried about how these hands are going to look, really. I mean, we'll obviously do a cracking job, but it's not the end of the world if they don't look perfect. Oh, you're looking good, Goku, love. Right. Anyone been watching Dragon Ball Daima? I really like it. A lot of people have been slating it, but I really like it. It's just Daft Dragon Ball 2.0, innit? Pretty much. Which is fine by me. Because if you hate that style of Dragon Ball, you're probably not going to get it again with Akira Toriyama passing, and you wouldn't want anybody else to try, because his brand of humour is so mental. It's just daft, which is awesome. But it looks like we're getting more like the Z and Super action that a lot of people wanted now. And it's cool knowing that sorry, I completely lost my train of thought there. Just going to concentrate a little bit. I've already done the hand, haven't I? Right. That's one pass. Let's lighten up that colour a bit more. Oh. Live Nation pre-sale for Aussie. I think I'll leave it. Far too expensive. Would be awesome to go though. In fact, you know what? Sod it. I'll be back in a second. I'm just going to join the queue on that and see what happens. Won't be a minute, everybody. I've got no chance. Oh my goodness. Right, so I'm going to stay in the Ticketmaster queue just for giggles. But there's 73,000 people before me. So I don't think I'll get tickets today. I might try tomorrow for the general sale, but I'd love to go. It'd be amazing, but that's ridiculous. Like, the tickets are going for between £200 and over 800, and then you've got these VIP packages which go up to like £2,000, and that doesn't include like a meet and greet or anything, from what I know. I could be wrong with that. So we'll see. If I go, I go. If I don't, I don't. It's not end of world. So I got to a smaller brush, didn't I? Do it with the next pass. Can do it with this. Just going a little bit finer now to make everything pop a little bit more. It's a bit harder to do with the face because it's just kind of flat, isn't it? second pass done. So I'm going to start moving this bone white away from the paint now so that we've got a lighter colour still. Right, let's have a look now. I think we'll go with a number 4. Let's have a look at the queue. 68,000. Oh God. Gigs like that are just not accessible to people. It's a shame really, because there's a lot of kids who've never seen these legendary bands and they're not going to get a chance to. I know it's a charity gig and all that, but come on, man. So we're just working a bit more detail in now. So as you can tell now, I'm going in a little bit more. Shrinking the surface area I'm covering. Just help make things pop a bit more. Flipping out, that's a bit white, isn't it? Might have to give that like a white wash to bring it down a bit. We'll see. It's alright, everything's gonna be fine. We've got this. Actually, that's drying a bit darker now. Yeah, get away with that. Yeah, we're getting away with this. I think we're going to be fine. Yeah. Just going to go for a little bit more detail on the hands now. Yeah, that's looking cool. Sorry if I'm blocking the view a bit, I just need to get in here. Let's have a look at ticket update. 67,000. Not a chance. I was 2,000 in the queue on Monday for the Metallica fan club pre-sale, and I got there, could have got any ticket that I wanted, and the map wouldn't load. I was livid. But it is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Right. So finally, use some of this bone white on its own, just to really get in and pick out some highlights. So I don't want to use white, because it'll look too much, I think. So, have a look. Yeah. So you can't see much here, everybody. Just got to really get in there for this. Right, what do we think? Yeah, that's getting there now, isn't it? Look at that. Nice. Oh, I forgot to do the knee. I took an arrow to the knee. I used to be an adventurer like you, Goku. Decent. Right. Let's see what time it is. Right then. So, I'm going to leave it there. I might come back on later and do a bit more, see how much time I've got, but yeah, loving the progress on this so far. Look at him, absolute beast. Right, God bless, I'll see you in a